Roughly 43 million Americans have outstanding student loan debt totaling more than $1.6 trillion.
Okay, so I owe $303,000 for student loans.
I have $140,000 in student debt.
That I'm 26 years old and I'm in $95,487.73 worth of debt, majority of that being student loans.
Do you think people should have to pay back their student loans?
Yes! 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 Yes, yes, yes!
Yes. 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 1.6 trillion. That ain't a sign that this is the next housing bubble, the next bubble whatever, the next holy shit, how did we ever let it get this bad? That'll be it. 1.6 trillion. Trillion. A buddy of mine put it to me this way, cleared up any of like the confusion I might have had. I had to write this down because it's more numbers than my brain can kind of keep for more than 10 seconds. 1,000,000 seconds is 11 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is 11,000 days. 11,574 days. I think it's about 32 years. 11 days to 32 years from 1,000,000 to 1,000,000,000. Now, what do you think the billion to trillion amounts to? Give you a second. I know we hear trillion quite a lot, but when you actually try to envision it, it's unimaginable how truly big a trillion actually is. A trillion seconds is 11,574,074 days. In years, it's almost 32,000 years. That's the difference between a billion and a trillion. When I first saw it and put in that way, bro, it blew my fucking mind. That we've allowed the last 2 generations, easily, maybe 3, working on the 4th one now, to go so far in the hole. Sign right on the dotted line, dummy. I know we've told you since kindergarten, if you don't go to college, you never be nothing. What are you gonna be, a plumber? How are you gonna be a roofer? How are you gonna build houses or be a mechanic? You'll never be nothing if you don't go to college. Here's all the money you could ever fucking need. You ain't gotta pay for it right now. It won't be a worry or a thought of yours until the day comes when we want our fucking money back. I would imagine in the beginning, really just want to help people out that may not be able to have that opportunity. But of course, when you put people in charge of anything, chances are they gonna fuck it up, because that's what people do. Not all people, most people. Because the longer it goes, it never goes away, and it only gets worse. Which is case in point, this college student loan scam that we've been running for 50 fucking years. But if you borrowed that fucking money, if you spent all that money they gave you, you owe that. There ain't no forgiveness. You will pay it back in fucking cash or labor. You will fucking pay that goddamn loan back. It's your loan. Nobody made you fucking take it. If anything, you was lied to get it to begin with. It's not my fault. It's not my neighbor's fault. It's not your brother's fault. It's your fault. You fucking know it. I've gone down a little bit of a rabbit hole this last couple of days with just the college stuff in general. I found some great examples of just the types of people, mostly women. One thing I've noticed, it's a lot of fucking women. I know there's some statistics that show that women are the majority, which I don't know quite how big, maybe 60-40, 65-35, something women to man. But the women especially have fallen victim to this stuff. Almost every video I've seen is more than likely a woman in it. College in the very beginning was for a select few specific topics. Become a doctor, learn the law, things that like you needed to learn more than you learned through your K through 12 education. Once we started guaranteeing the loans, schools exploded. It just exploded with the departments, with the teachers, with the topics that they're teaching now. Most are fucking pointless. Most you could completely wipe out tomorrow and the world would actually be a better place for it. Kind of getting ahead of myself. I got a couple real good clips of a couple people talking about the situations that they're in because of the loans that they took to go to college. If you ever needed to be shown the mess that we're actually in and the shit that people are living through, dealing with because of it, here you go.
Taking out student loans was the single-handedly worst mistake I've ever made in my entire life. At this point, a college education is pointless. It was pointless.
I'd almost want to know what your degree was in. Most of the motherfuckers who go to college will not use their degree. But the majority, I'm pulling numbers out of my asshole here. I'd almost guess that 40 to 50% the classes in college are completely pointless. You just wonder what her degree was in. Be like 10th fucking century women's knitting. Here you go. Here's another 20,000. Another 40,000.
I've been paying on my student loans for more than 13 years now. And I've more than paid back the amount that I took out. And then some because of interest.
I know that sucks. This woman specifically, she was more than likely one of the only ones that I actually felt was genuinely in pain talking about this stuff. I get it. I would feel some type of way as well. That's any loan you will ever get in your life. Anybody on the planet's gonna want something for giving you their money. Nothing is free. Nothing. Least of all the money the fucking government takes from somebody else to give to y'all. But you took the fucking loan. Unless it's your brother, your mother, your father giving you money, I'll pay you back type shit. Nothing is fucking free.
And there's all this like misinformation and false hope around forgiveness and qualifying payments.
That's how they get y'all clowns to vote for them. Yo, they've been throwing this out for 20 fucking years at this point. I remember hearing Obama talk about loan forgiveness because they know they can't do it. They don't have the power to do that. I don't even know if Congress really has the power to do that. Maybe they do. Maybe with the direction, everything with Doge and all that stuff, the Department of Education is going, maybe like they'll lose that power if they ultimately hand all these loans off to somebody else. But that's the only reason you even know of forgiveness. Like, I swear I did a video a while back with the Joe Biden coming to dinner shit with some principal, some school or something. And Joe asked him, like, you know, how much debt did we relieve from you?
How much was it forgiven?
125,000, sir.
It's a life changer.
There are people who have gotten it. They never should have. There is nothing on this planet that would make you eligible to delete the loan of the money you took and spent. I was young and I didn't know no better. Try that in court. Your Honor, I was young and stupid. Ignorance is not a defense. So, you fucking owe it.
And I checked the boxes for 90% of the qualifying factors. But I'm going to have to pay on my loans for another 5 years minimum. And that's if there's even any type of program around that time for forgiveness before I can even qualify, even though I meet the qualifications now.
You don't meet the qualifications. If there was 100 qualifications and you met 99 out of the 100, should they just let that one go then? Why even make the qualifications to begin with then? We just use them whenever they work, whenever they don't. Why even have it? They're so mixed up and spun up on just the propaganda and bullshit that they've been feeding on forever. How responsible they are for their loan. I don't care. You fucking know it. I'd never forgive it. I love that word too, forgiveness. Debt forgiveness. We forgive you. Yeah, fuck you. Pay me.
But because I don't check that one last box, there's nothing that can be done.
So close. Right there.
Guess what happened? My student loan payment has been on an income-driven repayment plan, meaning that based on my income, they've decided what payment I can afford, and I agree with it.
Who wouldn't agree with the income-driven repayment program? Motherfuckers paying $20. Motherfuckers paying $20 a month, owing $140,000. Bro, you'll never get your fucking money back. They'll never pay you back. You'll never be made whole. Could you even imagine the people who thought that up? We're just gonna take whatever you can give us on that $250,000 debt you got. It'll just take, 11,000 years? Huh? 1 trillion seconds. We'll wait for it. Just give us whatever you can. That'll be good enough. You and all the other $1.6 trillion worth of debt. Just give us what you can.
And then today I logged in for recertification and they told me that my payment is actually going to be $950 more. It's not even a joke. Each month.
You fucking owe it, pay it. Pay it. Or stop the fucking guaranteeing student loans for the next fucking generation. Could you imagine, like, we're still gonna keep doing this? Imagine, bro, funny enough, watching all these, like, I was so taken back. I've done one semester in college. One entire complete fucking semester in my entire life. It was almost 15 years ago. I happened to be in San Francisco for the day with a girl I was dating. We were at the Palace of Fine Arts. Beautiful, beautiful fucking place. I think it was some kind of arts fair or something was going on. The Art Academy of San Francisco was there. A couple of their students showing things as well. Also had a enrollment, people to talk to about getting into the school. I had never been to college. I've never done college. I'm just Walking around with my girlfriend at the time, I see this desk from the Art Academy in San Francisco. I've always had an interest in music. I've played piano, saxophone, guitar, drums. I've played all sorts of shit all my life. I have a deep, deep interest in music. I figured, well, they've got to have some sort of music program. Start talking to the person there at the desk. We got this music, we got this, we got that. Sign up here. We'll get you rolling. We'll see what you're eligible for or not. Considering I've never gone to school, I ended up being eligible for every fucking loan in the world. Like every loan that one could take to go to college, I was eligible for. Within a week, we've got this ball rolling to get me into the Art Academy in San Francisco. I end up taking a summer semester, 2 classes. I got to get down there for 2 days a week. 2 classes on a Tuesday, 2 classes on a Friday. It was something like that. Within 2 weeks, I realized every fucking thing in the world I was learning in this class, I could learn better and faster on YouTube. So the studio class that I was taking, we had to buy a How to Learn Logic textbook, which is sold by the makers of Logic, which is a $40 book that you could buy on Amazon and learn at the house. The other class was a music theory class. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro, I'm 30, I think, around that time. It was around 2013, something like that. Took on loan $8,000 for these 2 classes. Within the month, okay, I'm not gonna take this any further than this. I'll finish this semester and I'm not doing any more of this. If I wanna seriously learn any of this stuff that I'm learning right now, I could do it on YouTube. I could do it for free. Being in that environment for the couple months that I was, how many of those kids that were there didn't give a fuck? They're just following like the route that motherfuckers have told them that they need to follow. They don't want to be there. They don't care to be there. Half of them haven't even bought their books a month into this class. It blew my fucking mind. I borrowed $8,000 with no problem. Sign on the dotted fucking line. We'll give you whatever you need to go to this fucking school. And it didn't matter. But now I owe $8,000. I can only imagine what's going on around this country once you start talking about the big colleges, Harvard, Princeton, UCLA, and the money that they are just dishing out to these kids. Bro, there should without a doubt be some sense of you got to show why you're going to college, what you're going to do during college, what your plan is after college. Then we might debate giving you the loan you might need. But this just give it to anybody and their brother type shit, fucking insane. We've allowed it to just get so deep that it's 1.6 trillion in the fucking hole, that we would even have the conversation of, we'll forgive all that. Because all that money that was floating in the atmosphere that paid for this, paid for that, paid these people, we just printed it anyway. Whatever.
Making me regret ever going to college, considering I'm not even doing anything in my degree.
That's a real common theme amongst these types. None of them ever say what their actual degree was in, because you know it's just some bullshit. And even if it's like poli-science, bro, there's thousands upon thousands of you motherfuckers graduating every year with the same fucking chump degree. The more of something, the less valuable it actually becomes. Things retain their value when there's only so many. Every motherfucker getting the same degree and then entering the same workforce, you only undercut one another. That's just economics 101. Did I go to college for economics? Of course not. I've read a lot of Milton Friedman, a lot of Thomas Sowell. I got a general idea how most of this shit works. The more of you that you are, the less valuable you actually become.
I literally cannot pay off an amount on these damn student loans. And then the fact that they're so relentless, they call every person in my family, they call people not related to me, but like associated with me, and I don't even know how.
Is it maybe a bit much to be calling your brothers, your mothers, all these other people? Sure, arguably yes. Where's their money? Bro, if I let you borrow 60 grand, you told me, bro, I'll give you 80 back after this day. Yeah, that day I'm calling. Yo, you got that? When are you gonna give me the next piece? We gonna need to communicate that. Most of these motherfuckers be ducking these motherfuckers out, bro. Completely not responding, no emails, no responses, not answering the phone, and then wonder why motherfuckers calling you people's looking for their money. Give my money.
It's just crazy, and it's like, I hate it. It's like you're coming at me for my own little debt when this country's in debt. Like,
There it is. But the country's in debt. All these other people are in debt. Why are you bothering me? Bro, we're bothering them too. That's why Doge is doing what they're fucking doing. That's a big chunk of why Trump got elected. Because we want to stop that too. If we're on the hook for it, bro, we gotta pay it back. It's that simple. The country, you, me, just because the country's in debt shouldn't make you feel some type of way about your fucking debt. Son, you, give my fucking money, yo.
It's so frustrating and it gets me so angry, and literally it's like I avoid these calls at all times. They send me into full-on panic attacks.
I'm not answering them calls. What did you go to school for? Why did you borrow money to go to school? The whole education system is just shitted on manual labor. Shitted on some of the most important jobs. Plumbers, house builders, mechanics. It's more valuable than 1,000 fucking African American study graduates. One fucking plumber has that much more worth than 1,000 of you.
But then sometimes I just have to make the call because they're calling everyone else in my life. And yes, maybe I did it to myself.
You did.
Maybe I should be smarter about money.
You should.
Maybe I should just take on any job that like will pay me. And
it sounds like you got the answers. That's the funny part of it. She knows what she needs to do. She just don't want to do it. Why would I do it? I don't feel like doing it. Yo, the country's in so much debt. Why are you bothering me?
I'm luckily finally starting a job, but it's not what I want to be doing. Not using my degree. It's another serving job. It's fucking working at Hooters at 28 years old, living back at home.
How many of these people you think we got in the country right now? If you had to guess. 10 million? 5 million? I don't know, is that too high? I can't imagine that's too high. I mean, we've been doing this for 40 fucking years. Looked it up, and I think they started doing this like in like the mid 60s, guaranteeing like student loans, like all the types of loans. Like there's a whole bunch of them. How many people you think are just like this woman in America? It's easily a couple million. $100,000 in a hole, won't use their degree because it's completely fucking worthless, and don't want to do any of the things that they know they need to do to pay it fucking back.
I have about $70,000 of student loan debt for 2 degrees that I basically don't use, and I'm back in school again for another one.
This one got me. You were 70 grand in a hole with 2 worthless degrees, and you're going to get another one. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with anybody? But then I figured it out. $70,000 in debt with 2 worthless degrees. They went back to school for a 3rd.
So I have a piece of advice, okay? And that piece of advice is to just stay in school until you die, babe. Just stay in school. Because here's the thing, when you're going to school even part-time, those loans, private and federal, you can put them into deferment. I think when I was getting my master's degree, I was paying maybe $60 a month between my private and federal loans because everything was in deferment. How are you going to pay for your continuing education? Oh, I'm glad you asked. More federal student loans.
This is why it's $1.6 trillion in a fucking hole. Because you could just do it forever. Shorty was talking about making $60 a month payments on her master's degree. You gotta be at least 80 grand in a hole. $60 fucking dollars a month on a master's bill.
Because here's the thing, okay? When you die, those federal student loans, they go, they disappear right into the wind.
All that money that was taken from one thing and given to you, you know, you're dead now.
Which is another reason that they're trying to dissolve the Department of Education so that they can, you know, sell off all our federal student loans to a private bank, and then that benefit goes away. They can chase after your loved ones for your student loan debt, which is, you know, love that.
Love that. Bitch, you loved taking that fucking money, didn't you? The audacity of this bitch. It's remarkable just how, I don't even want to say unaware, because I know how aware they actually are. Like, I mean, like, she's spitting it out. Like, she's verbalizing how aware she actually is. The mess we've created over time that began as one thing, over the course of decades becomes something so different than what it was originally planned for, and now nobody ever wants to stop it. That's like the beauty of all this, of all these programs, of all the departments of every fucking thing. It only gets worse, it only gets bigger, and nobody wants to stop a thing. Fucking watch one of them James Kluge's fucking Man on the Streets the other day. Bro, would you trust a career politician or the richest man in the world to get rid of some of these bureaucracies?
Who would you prefer be going through this spending, Elon Musk or a career politician? Would you prefer a career politician going through the wasteful spending over Elon Musk?
Yes.
You would?
Well, I'm very concerned about the deficit too. I think any thoughts about cutting taxes are absurd. I think we ought to raise taxes, quite frankly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, of course, it's proven there's waste in government, and a lot of it should be cut. You've given examples. But I think that's the wrong way to do it. And no, I don't think Elon Musk is the best person for that job. And I think you say career politicians like it's a pejorative or something, but I don't agree with that.
Well, the reason I say that is just because if we're looking at being $36 trillion in debt, who did that aside from, career politicians? Have they proven themselves to have done a good job at balancing the budget?
Yeah. No, definitely not.
The same people who have dug all these holes got us near the gates of fucking hell at this point. They will let it go until the day where just it all falls apart. And everybody always thinks that like they're living in it right now. It's not there yet. You'll know when it is. The day you can't log on to fucking YouTube, the day you ain't sitting around drinking a fucking cup of coffee, fucking just relaxing, enjoying this video maybe, then you'll know. Oh, it's over. It's fucking all over.
There's a whole lot of money that they're not ever going to see because a lot of us can't possibly hope to pay it back in our lifetime.
And why take the fucking loan out, you airhead? God forbid, yo. Just imagine the motherfucker with that thought process. Oh, I could never pay this back anyway. So just give me all you can. Give me all you got.
So yeah, just go back to school. Get 5, 6, 7 master's degrees. Get more bachelor's degrees. Who gives a fuck? You only have to be part-time. You can work and go back to school. Put your loans into deferment. Take out more loans to pay for it. And then when you die, never pay them back.
Second question. How many people do you think are like her in America? Couple million? There's got to be a couple million of these exact same type of airhead, backward, self-defeating type attitudes we've just fostered in America. Like, we need some men is what we fucking need, yo. We need some fucking men to, like, put their foot down already and just say, yo, this shit's over. And, of course, there are women who can do it, too. I just have found that there's more women fighting for this type of mentality than there is men. There are those men who do it, so it's not an all type of situation. The men have just taken a back seat for far too long, and they've just allowed women and effeminate men to just fuck everything up. They don't know when enough is enough. They'll say when enough is enough to a white man. Anybody else, every and anything goes, and who are you to say anything different? Who are you to say anything different to this woman who just advocated for going in debt the rest of your life? Just stay in college, babe. You can work part-time and go to school part-time, and then you die. And then
they want $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month from me. They're not getting that. $1,500 a month. I need somebody on Capitol Hill march up there and fix this fucking issue.
Shorty, that's how we got in the mess we're in. The people on Capitol fucking Hill thinking they were fixing something. Motherfuckers in government can't fix anything. All they do is fuck it up. Almost everything they do fucks it up, which is the best argument I could ever imagine for why the government needs to be as small as fucking possible. They ain't getting that. God forbid these motherfuckers wake up to the reality of their debt that they've just been fucking doggy paddling on for the last however fucking long, giving them $20, $15, here's $30 on my $100,000 debt. God forbid the day comes where motherfuckers are, okay bro, we're done with all this. We need our fucking money back. I don't have that. You're not getting that.
I would like the federal government and the Trump administration to know personally that my student loans will never be paid now. I'm not going to pay them. If this is what the federal government is doing, I'm not going to pay them. Okay? You can give me every single punishment. You can ruin my credit score. You're going to try to make me a slave in about 2 weeks. So I'm not paying it. I'm not.
You're gonna make me a slave in 2 weeks. You have made yourself that slave when you signed it on the fucking dotted line. You just get like the cope they're living on. It's all what Trump is so fucked up. What Elon's doing with the Department of Education. Oh, I'm not gonna pay them when they're doing all this stuff. Why would I do that? Why would I pay back what I fucking owe when I'm watching people I don't like politically do things I didn't vote for? Why not? Oh, fucking Biden's in office? Fuck that clown. I'm not making my payments on my debt no more.
I love how you skipped the part where I wasn't notified and jumped straight to pay up, peasant. Super compassionate of you. Just pay your loans. Yeah, bro, you would go absolutely feral if your taxes went up $5 to fund literally anything that helps people.
Shorty, taking my tax money ain't the same as you paying your debt. Airheads, bro, and would just sit here with arrogance. Sitting here with her motherfucking $200 motherfucking Lululemon yoga pants, probably $1,500 fucking iPhone. They raise my taxes just to literally help people, just literally. Yo, I'll help people when I want to, not because you fucking tell me to, or not because, yo, you think I should. Pay your debt, shorty.
It's just very weird for you to be more upset at struggling borrowers than...
She called herself a struggling fucking borrower. Bro, that's delusional. This shorty is especially delusional. Yo, you'll see here in a second exactly how high on the hog this bitch is really fucking living. Struggling fucking borrowers.
It's just very weird for you to be more upset at struggling borrowers than you are at the fact that banks and loan servicers can completely tank your credit just for funsies. But I digress. I will actually pay my student loans right after you pay back every single tax break that Trump gave to his billionaire friends.
You get it? Trump let people keep their money, their own money, the money they fucking earned. I know you hating commie clowns just can't imagine a world where somebody fucking made their money without robbing any fucking body for it. But somehow that's the equatable situation here, right? Or I'll pay my debt. I'll pay what I fucking owe. Once you take more money from people who fucking earned it. These people are fucking like delusionally dangerous. They're delusionally, insanely, fucking insufferably dangerous. This shorty especially, bro, yo, you wanna see what type of life old shorty's living here? Old shorty's struggling fucking borrower. Oh, I'm just a struggling fucking borrower. Wow. Struggling fucking borrower, y'all. Cut the head off of all this shit already. Put it out of its misery. Put us out of our misery. Bro, it's gonna hurt. Everything these motherfuckers are doing will hurt. For how long? I'm not quite sure. I'm sure some things will last a little longer than others. But no matter what, pain will happen. Whether it happens next week, 10 months, 10 fucking years from now. The pain is coming. We've allowed the bureaucrats, the career politicians, the actual demons on Capitol fucking Hill dig this hole as deep as they ever could. They're not on the hook for it. Oh, fucking bougie shorty here. She swears she's not on the hook for it. Oh, struggling borrower shorty. Yo, use some of them TikTok pennies you got. Pay your fucking debt, yo.